Beyond the idyllic and peaceful leaves of Elwyn Forest, there lies a place, richer in history and more mystical than any other location in Azeroth. No city better demonstrates human determination than the mighty capital of the Alliance, Stormwind. Destroyed during the Horde's initial invasion of Azeroth, Stormwind was painstakingly reconstructed by the Stonemasons Guild after the Second War. Parts of the city were raised again when Deathwing, the corrupted Black Dragon aspect, brutally attacked Stormwind, but the other undamaged districts are more beautiful than ever thanks to their hardworking inhabitants. From the magnificent Cathedral of Light, which serves as a major spiritual hub, to the breathtaking Valley of Heroes, which commemorates the sacrifices of Stormwind's loyal champions, the city truly represents the courageous heart of humanity and serves as a bastion of the Holy Light. Visitors who want to enter the main city must first pass through the mighty gates of Stormwind and are greeted by the statues of the 5 famous Alliance heroes who led the expedition through the Dark Portal during the Second War. These 5 heroes ventured to the Orc homeworld of Draenor to end the threat of the Orc invasion before the Orcs could open portals to other worlds. The group consisted of Ilaria Windrunner, Danath Trollbane, Kurdran Wildhammer, High Exarch Turalion, and Khadgar. Right after passing through the Valley of Heroes, one finds themselves on the busy cobblestone streets of the Trade District. As the name suggests, this part of Stormwind serves as the main financial hub. Merchants from all across Azeroth come here to visit the Counting House and the Traders' Hall to get rich overnight. Next, we will take a closer look at the Mage Quarter. Located in the central southern part of the Mage Quarter is the Wizard's Sanctum. The kingdom's magi receive their training here and delve into the arts of arcane magic. Their society of mages is tasked with ensuring the safety of Stormwind City and its lands. The mages of Stormwind and their allies maintain portals to a number of different areas on Azeroth, Outland, and Draenor in the upper floors of the Sanctum. Over here, we have the Slaughtered Lamb, a seedy pub located in one of the many winding backyard alleys of the Mage Quarter. At first glance, you might not notice anything suspicious, but this seemingly innocent tavern holds a dark secret. The basement of the pub serves as host to the Warlocks of Stormwind. Within the hidden enclave, the Warlock community studies and practices the dark arts, sheltered from the rest of the population. To ensure that their lair is not revealed, Warlocks are not allowed to tell anyone about it, and they assassinate those who try to reveal their activities. Leaving the Mage Quarter to the north, you can see the Stormwind Stockades, a high-security prison complex that reaches deep beneath the canal of Stormwind City. Presided over by Warden Thelwater, the stockades are home to petty crooks, political insurgents, murderers, and a score of the most dangerous criminals in the land. After crossing the canal, we find ourselves walking into a beautiful park known as the Lion's Rest. This peaceful place commemorates the late King Varian Wrynn, as well as those who fell in battle to defend the Alliance. The monument, however, does not contain the body of the king, as it could not be recovered after his death at the hands of Gul'dan on the Broken Shore.
You will be remembered as the king who sacrificed his life for nothing. For the Alliance.
Next, we will explore Stormwind Harbour. The harbor serves as a major strategic base for both the Kingdom of Stormwind and the Alliance Navy. In the northern area of the port, there is a huge shipyard where many Alliance warships are constructed and fleets assembled. The shipyard is manned by dedicated sailors and shipwrights who strive tirelessly to keep the Alliance fleet running smoothly and efficiently. A short distance from the mainland to the northwest of the harbor stands the lighthouse. Naturally, the lighthouse serves to guide the many ships into the harbor, using its powerful light which is perpetually shining. If you go behind the lighthouse, you will find a tombstone, supposedly that of a former keeper whose inscription has faded over time. In truth, the bloodied crown of King Tyrannus Menethil is buried here after he was killed by his son Arthas.
What is this? What are you doing, my son?
Succeeding you, father.
The Stormwind Cemetery is a large graveyard nestled on the edge of Stormwind Lake. Among those buried here is Queen Tiffin Ilarion Ryn, wife of King Varian. Another champion of the Alliance resting here is Reginald Windsor. Windsor was a human knight of Stormwind who uncovered the truth that Catrana Prester was, in fact, the Black Dragon Onyxia. He was instrumental in unmasking her, though he paid for it with his life. We are now in front of the Cathedral of Light. The cathedral is the most striking monument of the Church of the Holy Light. It is home to some of the most powerful and influential holy leaders in the world. The cathedral's bell was crafted in the Great Forge of Ironforge as a gift from the dwarves to commemorate the friendship between their people. Beneath the cathedral, there is a vast system of catacombs that serves as a resting place for the honored dead, such as priests and paladins. Visitors approaching the cathedral cross the cathedral square, in the center of which is a monument dedicated to the legendary paladin Uther Lightbringer. Uther was the supreme leader of the Order of the Silver Hand during the Second War and led his brothers-in-arms against the orcs of the Old Horde. He was murdered by his beloved pupil, Arthas Menethil, while defending the urn that contained the ashes of Tyrannus.
I dearly hope that there's a special place in hell waiting for you, Arthas.
We may never know, Uther. I intend to live forever.
Now we're heading to the Dwarven District, which is located in the northern corner of Stormwind. Here, the dwarves of Ironforge established an enclave after the Second War to house all the workers sent by King Magni to rebuild Stormwind. The forges in the district produce a constant haze, supplemented by the constant strokes of smiths' hammers. Here you can find the entrance to the Deep Run Tram, an underground train that connects Stormwind and Ironforge. It provides swift and safe transportation for thousands of citizens and bolsters military cooperation between the armies of these two proud Alliance strongholds. The tram was designed and engineered by Azeroth's most esteemed engineer, High Tinker Gelbin Mekatork. Before you is the impressive lower jaw of the fearsome Earthwarder Neltharion, better known today as Deathwing the Destroyer, who wreaked havoc on Stormwind during the Cataclysm. It is displayed here to commemorate the many deaths caused by Neltharion and as a warning to those who dare to call themselves enemies of the Alliance. The other half of the jaw is hung in Orgrimmar, as the mighty beast could only be defeated by the combined efforts of Horde and Alliance. Welcome to the mighty Stormwind Keep. Here lies the seat of power of the human kingdom. It houses the king himself and many of the city's nobles. It was designed with the thought of an invasion in mind. If the city fell to an army vaster than it could handle, the keep itself becomes a means of escape, with several secret tunnels entombed deep into the rock. Last but not least, we are going to take a look at the old town of Stormwind. The old town is a rustic, downtrodden place, where the streets are far dirtier and smellier than the other districts. It is also the residential area for most of the poor folk of the city, as beggars, thieves, and those in need can be found here. Most prominently, the headquarters of the infamous SI-7 is located here. It is the secretive military force of Stormwind's sovereign monarch. The main body of the SI-7 is made up of rogues and assassins who operate from the shadows. It is referred to as Stormwind's most elite covert force. And that wraps up our little adventure through Stormwind. If you had a good time, feel free to like the video and leave your opinion in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.